do like deep breathing, uh, at least deep breath. Yeah. Yes. So, is it live now? Okay. Your question is life after death.
I want to know where people go after they die because I lost my father and I'm always, in a
Yes.
sense, worried. I don't know if they go on a different vibration. Are they free
Yeah.
of all the headaches of this material world?
Yeah, it's the mind which create all the headache, you know, because like parents and the children, what the difference? You know, the parents are, you seem more worried because they have more mind, they have more worries. What is worries? It's like clogged up, you know, the same thing over and over and over. So it's your mind which is riding. What is the mind? All fear, 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 fear of past, fear of future. Yes and no.
Yes.
So in the one family, mother, father, two children, maybe one little puppy dog, uh, and five people, five different level of life. The same, what is life?
What is life?
First one has to know life before death and when you are alive, but are you really alive? You are like five different people living in a house, five life,
True.
five level.
Yes.
So you live according to the level of the consciousness.
Okay.
Yeah, you live according to the level of the consciousness.
Uh-huh.
The person who is like a little child is playing and playing and playing, and mother has to remind is the dinner time, is the lunch time, but he is the life. You see the life throbbing. I mean, total alive. Then you grow older and older, you go to school, school age and school stage, and then maybe
You get more and more in your head.
more and more in your head. Yeah. And why in the head, why people are going into school, and one single thing is education is very good, but today's education is education to earn bread and butter.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, very few people can express what they really love.
Yeah.
They are to do the things what they like because their other neighbors, other relatives are becoming engineers, doctors, and they go into that. because where they can make more money. And this um, idea of more money is because of the more happiness they can buy.
Uh-huh.
They could, with that money, with that paper money, which is now, it will get into plastic and digital, that they could access the things they want.
Mhm. So what happens when we die? What happens? Obviously, the level of consciousness, I guess it goes on a different vibration, but what happens to us? Do we start a new life? Do we go on a different vibration and everything makes more sense? What happens to everything we leave behind in this world? Are we concerned about it anymore? Or do we like, are we on a completely different vibration and we don't even care?
Okay. What is birth? One has to understand. When one is born, one identifies to the body. Body means physical body, which is the five elements: earth, water, fire, air, ether. These are the five elements. And the spirit relate more to that nothingness. From that nothingness come all things. So one has to understand what is life. Life, when you are 5 year old, you do not have the same mind as your 25-year-old.
Sure.
What happened to the mind?
My God,
It's like the,
bombarded by material things,
yeah.
you know?
So, in one word, there are in Sanskrit there are four words: man, buddhi, chitta, ahankar. That means thinking, intellect, and then consciousness. And ahankar means that it become like a balloon,
Mhm.
a big balloon.
Mhm.
And the more possessions you have, the bigger balloon. But balloon is a very good word because when you put a pin in the balloon,
I know, explodes.
there is the
Unknown caller.
all the air is gone. So somebody put it in another word that this put it in this way that this body is rented house.
Mhm. Ah, okay.
Yeah, you have rented this body in order to express and fulfill your desire.
Mhm.
As you said, there are many levels of entities which are on very super plane. They also alive, but they do not need the body. They can move freely. So body is a vehicle to express and fulfill what is unfulfilled desire. If you do not have no desire, then it does not move. So the desire manifest take the is the union of the spirit and the is the knot of the body. And somebody shoot you or unfulfill the desire and kill you, then that desire continues. It wants to manifest.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes that's why the children are the embodiment of the desire of the grandparents, parent is moving on. Like, for example, you have a tree or a plant. The new plant, which is you are growing in your garden, is the embodiment of the very old, whether 200 years.
Uh-huh.
Suppose you are growing potatoes. Where did it come from? It was the same continuity. Continuity. The tree became the seed became the tree, and it become it's like a moving.
So that's why, like, when I think about my childhood, I was born with certain desires, right? And I'm
Hmm.
always like, where did they all come from? Now I understand because it's a cycle. It comes from whatever what
Yeah,
happened in
yeah.
before.
So um, now this word of freedom. See, it is good to fulfill the desire unless the desire is filling you up.
Okay.
Where the comfort and uncomfort comes. Comfort comes when you have this fine balance. Fine balance means you are the desires get fulfilled before even you desire.
Mhm.
That person is the wise wisdom. And who is unhappy and miserable? Whose desires are unfulfilled. He is having 10 desires, like I suppose, start having 10 desires. Oh, I want that house which is worth $10 million, and my blanket is only 2 million. Then I'm always down, depressed, and unhappy because instead of deserving, I'm just desiring. And like we can try to put it in the form of a story to understand it.
Now, in that example, imagine you want a house that's $10 million, but your blanket is 2 million. Actually, like driving yourself crazy that, oh, why do I have 2 million? I want that. Now, how can you still maintain that desire but approach it from the deserving?
Deserving, yeah,
How?
naturally that you should have the money to buy that. So then means you are to be creative and like understand it properly. So either you buy the $2 million home or you just uh, have the balance. Balance means have the enough money to buy that. See, I was trying to give one story, a very little story of the Alexander the Great. This is the simple understanding because he was a young guy, and as normally is all human mind is all the is your mind is not even your own. You think it is your own because you took a body. So Alexander the Great, he was young and he had the support. He was a king with such a big balloon, with a big ego that he will conquer the world. As normally so-called people think now. The emperors had been throughout the history, Greek Empire, Persian Empire, they all come and go. So Alexander the Great was everywhere he went, he won. One means looted.
Yeah.
Then he went to India, and one of his teachers said, "Oh, if you go to India, you bring a Swami." Swami means realized or enlightened master. He said that. And he saw he's winning, conquering, and killing so many people only just to acquire. Now, he see the naked Baba there. Naked Baba is lying down on the Ganges of river. But he is lying down there on the Ganges with such a majesty. Majesty means mind, blank mind. Blank mind, if I say, then you will not understand it. But blissful mind. Blissful mind means content. Content is a better word than total satisfaction. Total satisfaction, like you are a child of 5 year old. You're total content with what? With your
Anything.
gold, with anything, and with
nothing.
Yeah, now you described it. In itself, it is one with the wholeness, not with wholeness. It is the wholeness itself. That is the real virginity. Virginity means not uh, properly described. Means unbreakable, uncorruptible wholeness.
Mhm.
One without the two. Wholeness, one without the two means non-dual reality. Non-dual. Not I versus you versus. Body illusion, you start thinking you are this, you are this. Actually, the wholeness is all over and the body is in you when you wake up. You are not in the body. The body is in you means you are not only body, mind, but the consciousness which is everywhere and nowhere. Okay, got it. Yeah. So now, when he sees this person,
The naked Baba.
the naked Baba means just like a child. Then he send his uh, military people bring him to me because that's the ego talk.
Right.
And he says, tell your Alexander that he stopped taking order many years ago. He don't take any order. So he said, oh, if you do not come with us, we'll cut your head. You don't know who Alexander? He says, yes. I see you have sword and weapons. You can cut my head, and you will watch my head rolling on the ground, and I will also look at it. because no fear. He's explaining to them. Then they hear this, oh, no fear. We never saw such a person with no fear. They, thought, they didn't understand in the beginning the wording he said. Oh, you will witness, you will walk, you will watch my head rolling on the ground, and I will also watch at it. That is the consciousness, which is cosmic consciousness, which is God consciousness, after which and before nothing is left to achieve. That is the real King of Kings. That's the real Emperor Goodness. So they go, they say this guy may be little cracked. He goes and tell the Alexander. This guy says this, you can kill me, but I don't take off. First time he has some glimpse because one of his teacher used to talk similar thing. Anyway, he come himself and he's still lying. And first he start talking. He said that okay, Alexander, before you talk, let the sun come. Don't stop the sun coming because you are blocking the sun. Anyway, like now Iran and US talking ego, ego, ego. Which one is the more? Anyway, he see that him in his autobiography, he writes there is no person than Diogenes who impressed me so much. Because people in the world everywhere you want, give me money, give me diamond, give me this, give me that, and this person has it all. I feel like a beggar in front of this making. Alexander writes that in his novel. So, and plus no fear. Even the kings have a lot of fear. Billionaires have bigger fear. Whom do they share with? Not with ordinary people or on TV, but believe it or not, the person with the ego, whether billionaire or PhD or anything, is nothing. Because this, you are programmed, you are taught in the material capitalism, acquire things. No things, these things are coming from no things. What is even scientists will tell you that all this is energy which is invisible. All the things, whether it is table, chair, all the in the end of it is energy form, and that energy form is dark energy, means black hole, means emptiness, vacuum, no effort. And if we observe and watch, the breathing is happening, which is the most subtle thing. In the sound sleep, out of 8 hours of sleep, the real sound sleep is not even 3 hours, not even 2 hours, 1.5 hours. In that sound sleep, you really gain the charge of the next day energy. You cannot buy with any pill, with any tablet. That joy, which is invisible, you cannot buy with anything. The sound sleep means no bodiness. You forget the body, no bodiness, no mindness, no egoness. You are one with the, you are aware. not a thinking body. Oh, I had a sound sleep. Next day, when you're still watching and observing. So, the one you love, your memory, your father separated. Do anybody else, uncle, and had the same memory of your father? No. You have because you had the memory
Because I'm on my different level of consciousness.
concept. So, in real reality, know who am I? Because not the name, not the form, not the body, not that I am a girl, I am a boy, not the body, then you will discover that you are the Father. That's in essence. No one has died. There is no birth. There is no death. I'll try to make you understand. Like the ocean or the river, and then there are hundred bubbles. 100. They appear, disappear. Appear, disappear. They look different, but it is only one ocean. One. So, when we're talking of life and aliveness is one huge ocean river. Only our memory identification tells that, oh, this is so and so, Megan, name and form. You are name and form, but you are more. And that is the subtle, beyond the nanotechnology, the subtle energy, like, like light. Light is, where is light?
Everywhere and nowhere.
No, no. Okay. So the consciousness is just like, and each time, every time, and beyond time. But the body and mind are always time bound.
Mhm.
Mind can think so far like that. The that's why people are hankering after love. All you need is love. Means infinite. Everybody's heart wants eternal love. What is eternal love? Not time bound, not 2 years, not 5 years, not 10 years. But the ego is so little petty that it has consumed consumerization. It has tried to buy, sell, capture, control that fragile, that infinite love into like money. Love cannot be sold and bought, but American love may be bought and sold because they reduced the beauty. Beauty cannot be defined
It's in the eyes of the beholder.
in the eyes of the beholder. In the eyes of the beholder. And exactly according to the level of consciousness. And that's where the great seers, Lao Tzu, Lao Tzu, you have to read Tao Te Ching. The truth can be defined is not the truth. Oh, so beautifully. Uh, uh, the one who really love cannot put in the words. It goes in the silence. Like your little puppy now, it has its own language.
I know.
It has its own language. It is saying the present, someone coming, some present.
Yeah.
That's all it is. So that's what.
Gotta go get her.
Yes, that is. Yeah.
Thank you so
So
much.
so like, see, the fear of maximum, people have divided life into life and death because they are so scared, and that's why the language does not define it. Because once they know the real life, fear of death is gone. There is no why? Because they know the life which never dies. But who is afraid of before and after? Who divide, who boundaries? That's why that was my first question. That prior you asked me life after death, first find out what is
What is life?
what is life. And then second one, the second comes what is life before death, which means what is here now. Because most of our life is 80, suppose 80-year average life. 80 years of life have hardly lived.
1 year.
You are talking of 1 year, even 10 hours.
Wow.
10 hour means the moment of numbness, the moment of here and now. That moment of here and now, you really lively lived. Lively lived means really lived.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Got the answer. Thank you.
See, this language program and conditions a lot because
Well, we need to